This is Dolynny TV, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. And my goodness, you know what? In a tweet by Jack Michaels that has been since deleted regarding the Edmonton Oilers playoff lines, well, ladies and gentlemen, that got me thinking. And we're not going to go over his lines because obviously there is a reason why Jack Michaels deleted the tweet. I had it on my phone. Unless I'm seeing things, it did exist for like 10 minutes. So, that said, there is something more to this whole Edmonton Oilers lineup thing than we're thinking of. And what we're not thinking here is how much playoff experience this Edmonton Oilers team actually has. The thing is, everybody all season long has said, yeah, great, the Oilers make the playoffs, but they can't go anywhere. The Oilers don't have the pieces to go anywhere. The Oilers don't have what it takes to win in the playoffs. Ladies and gentlemen, let me flip you a Dolynny TV stupid stat, and I have to trademark that because, my goodness, I'm getting good at finding these stupid stats and putting them together for you that absolutely have no meaning anywhere else except for right here. So the Oilers playoff games, let me get this for you. She's an old Dolynny TV stupid stat fact for you today is that the Edmonton Oilers have 458 career playoff games on their tentative training camp roster, according to Jim Matheson from a couple of weeks ago. I'll let that sink in because that is an absolutely massive number. Think about that. Yeah, you know what? There's 30 guys on that roster, but even still, 458 games divided by 30, let's go, 1 guys. That is 15 games per player in our lineup of playoff experience. And we're talking, my friends, there's guys on this team without playoff experience. Do I need to go through them? Absolutely. Let's get to it. You've got on this team without playoff experience, even though he did play in the 16-17 season. Jujhar Khaira does not have playoff experience. Gaetan Oss, obviously, does not have playoff experience. Joakim Nygard, same boat. Kyler Yamamoto, add him on. Patrick Russell, same thing. So that's 5 guys right there that don't have playoff experience. Wow, that is absolutely incredible. And then, let's go here. Caleb Jones and Ethan Bear on the back end don't have playoff experience. And the main reason I reference the deleted Jack Michaels tweet, my friends, is because the Jack Michaels tweet is what got this going by saying 5 of 6 Edmonton Oilers defenders that he projects to be in the lineup opening night, August 1st, have playoff experience and are veterans of the 17 playoff run for the Edmonton Oilers. Yeah, you know what? We've gone through a lot of turnover, and I've been yelling about turning over the defense for a lot of years, but that is absolutely insane that 3 years later, 5 out of 6 of our starters, albeit not having Andre Sekera in there, are players that were on that roster and playing games every single night in the playoffs for us in 2016-2017's playoffs. Craziness. And that's where this whole idea comes from. So as much as you say I'm not giving Jack Michaels the credit 100%, that's where it comes from. And then, in net, yeah, Mikko Koskinen has no playoff experience except for over there in the KHL and other leagues. However, he was dominant in those playoffs. Mike Smith, he's got 20-plus games of playoff experience, so you don't need to worry about that. But all told, you go through the roster. That leaves a lot of guys that are veterans of the playoffs, right? I eliminated 7 guys off this roster who don't have playoff experience, and then go add on the other guys that are out there, right? The other guys like a Benson, a Marudi, a McLeod, oh yeah, Bouchard, a Broberg, and all of a sudden you're looking at me saying, Tyson, my goodness, we have some playoff vets, and yes, we do. Quite honestly, yes, we do. Obviously, James Neal and Mike Green account for quite a bit of that chunk of playoff experience, but so what? That's what you want. You want your guys who have gone through the fires of the playoffs several times before. And man, do we have that in a James Neal. Man, do we have that in a Mike Green who might not play every game, but still can get the boys pumped up, get the boys prepared for what they have to do out there in the playoffs. So this is the crazy thing. The Oilers have 458 career playoff games on their tentative training camp roster. McDavid, Nugent Hopkins, Draisaitl all have playoff experience. Nurse, Clefbaum, Larson, Russell, Benning have all played 2 NHL playoff series in their career. We're talking a team that has been here, done that before kind of deal. And I know that's the hard part. Because for a lot of people, the Oilers have just been a statue of failure since 2005, 2006. But the thing is, right, this is an undeniable number here in the fact that the Oilers' sneaky job of building a playoff-ready team right under our noses, right? I don't think anybody out there in Oilers land has gone through the stats openly available online and calculated the fact that the Oilers have 458 career playoff games on their tentative training camp roster. There's a lot of guys with weird playoff experience, right? Josh Archibald has 4 games here. Marcus Granlund has 3 games way back when he first entered the league. You've got, right, left, right, center, you can throw around numbers that are like, man, I didn't think that guy has playoff experience. For instance, Tyler Ennis, how much playoff experience do you have? You would be surprised to know that he's played in at least 3 different playoff series. That's craziness, right? But he has, absolutely. And that is just kind of the crazy amount of stuff going on with this Oilers team this year, is the fact that right under our noses, we had all this playoff experience, all this pedigree in the playoffs ready to use, and nobody was talking about it. Straight up. I wasn't talking about it. You weren't talking about it. We're all talking, you know what? You just need to make the playoffs. We weren't talking the fact that we are set up very decently with some veterans, with guys that know what the playoffs are about, with guys that have won a series or 2 in their career and know how to win and what it takes to win in the playoffs. And that's an absolutely nutty thing to me, is because out of everything, right, we have not heard anybody say how well prepared the Oilers are. And I have not, in any of my arguments for the Oilers winning the Cup this year, used the fact that we have 458 career playoff games on a roster of 30 guys combined, that as an argument point. But here I am telling you right now, this needs to be an argument point. These Oilers that we have assembled for the 2019-2020 season, the 2020 Stanley Cup playoffs, are an absolute crazy bunch of playoff experience. 458 games of playoff experience on this Oilers roster. Enough for 15 games to go around for 30 guys each. That is stupid. That is beyond stupid how much playoff experience there really is on this Oilers team. And yet nobody out there is talking about it. And here I am. I just discovered it today. Don't blame me. And if somebody is talking about it, great. But I have not seen any buzz about how well equipped the Oilers are for when it comes down to the nitty-gritty, down a game, Game 6, need to get to Game 7. We have guys been there, done that, need to do it, and in the playoffs can do it because they've done it before. And this is an absolute great thing to have, I must tell you. Because you know what? I'm sitting a little bit easier right now. Now that I've come up with this stat, this stupid stat for you, and found it out there in Oilers land, whew! Yeah, you know what? The Oilers well equipped to deal with what comes next, August 1st, against the Chicago Blackhawks. And think about that. This is 3 to 5 games of extra playoff experience for our guys. Jujhar Khaira gets it, Kyler Yamamoto gets it, that, and then all of a sudden on to what hopefully is a run of 16 wins from the play-in series, bang, to the Stanley Cup final, right? Win the play-in series, that's 3 wins we don't need to worry about, and then go win 16 more and win the Stanley Cup in early October, maybe late September, won't count my chickens, early October in Edmonton at Rogers Place. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're new to the channel, I must tell you, you need to hit that subscribe button right here, right now. The live streams, they're going to be stupid awesome. I promise you that. I'm Tyson. This is Dolynny TV. As always, drop a like on the video. I am up on out of here.